friends, it's Nancy. What you're looking at is my project for this weekend. This is, oh, a good 10-inch pile, possibly higher in some places, of ephemera that I need to sort through. I can't just keep collecting it. I either have to use it or lose it. So this might be my entire Saturday and Sunday. So, yeah, just wanted to show you that. I know that I have another box of stuff downstairs. I think I should drag that up too, because if I'm going to do it, I better do it. All right, let's talk about something happier. So, yesterday, I I leaped out of bed because I was inspired to make a flippy thing, tuck pocket thing. As inspired by Carol Laws. She did a video recently, and I was so excited. I jumped out of bed, I turned on the video, and I immediately started working with her. And my first kick at the can was a total mess. So I was trying to use up some book pages and just making like little collages on book pages to make the front of the flippy thing. Did not work out at all. It looked dreadful. So I saved the fronts, stitched on. This one has vellum. These three have acetate, and added some little buttons. So these stamp cards were an idea that I saw on Cori Dahmen's video a couple of months ago, I guess. I don't know. I can't remember now. I'll try to link it if I can find it. So nothing goes to waste. And I managed to pick up a really cute little 6x6 paper pack at the dollar store for $1.25. And all of these papers came from that same pack. But I wanted to show you the project, and I'll give you the link below so that you can watch Carol. So the idea is you use a book page and sew in some scrappy things for writing on, and it folds over just slightly, and then it's topped with a little picture or some sort of element. This was from a little art book, and actually I used 4 little pieces of art. The back is just book page. And I chose the pictures to match colors of the paper. Or, I added a little bit of lace on some I put a little tab on. This one's pretty. I love the image of the 3. I bet you they're sisters. So I'm getting to use up some of my scraps of paper that I sorted through on the weekend. And this one has a picture of a text, a title page from an old book. It's just a picture of it. And these are sewn so that these can be little tuckies. You can slip a little something in. This is a picture from Turn of the Century magazine. And the article was about hair styling, I think. So you can see I made a little ticket taggy thing to stick in there. Anyway, really fun project. So happy I gave it a second go. Oh, and I should show you they can open from one way or the other. It doesn't really matter. Whatever works for you. I tended to choose where I could put the tag. Like there was an open space in the art there. There was a blank space there. The sky here, I could put a tab on it. So that's how I decided whether it would go left or right. That was super fun. I feel like there was something else I did. I guess not. I guess that's all I did was these and these. These were from the other night. But I made some more of those. Because you know me, I can't make just one. I actually put them in my book press. To make them flat because the layers of paper glued together tend to curl up. I also wanted to talk to you, and this goes out mainly to Canadians who are watching. I want to tell you about a scam I just learned about yesterday. And I mean, there's been an increase in scams, especially around COVID-19. And there was actually a news piece on the TV the other night about, in our local area, how $300,000 have been lost to scams in the past year. And I'm sure it's much more because that's just reported. And, you know, some people are not going to report it or maybe don't believe they're being scammed. Yeah, I made 18 more. So I have to stitch them and decorate them. I'll stitch them and maybe I'll leave the decoration till later when I know what I'm going to do with them. So I'll just save them as blanks maybe. So I'll put that on my to-do list. Anyway, so Monday morning I was out and about, and I got an email from Canada Post. And that's not unusual. When I send out parcels, I have an alert set up. So when they're received or delivered, then Canada Post sends me an email saying it's been delivered. And then I can check that off my list. But it said that I had 2 packages that were trying to be delivered, but no one was home to receive them. And I should set up schedule a redelivery. And it looked completely legit. The email said canadapost.ca, all the graphics in the email, like it was a really rich looking email with proper spelling, like nothing that would make me go, huh. You know, the icons, the addresses, everything Canada Post related was on there. And I thought, okay, that's weird. So I clicked on the schedule a new delivery, and it brought me to a page, and it said, do you want this date or that date? And then fill in your name, your address, your phone number, and your birth date. And then at the bottom it said click payment because there was a charge of $1 to redeliver. And I thought, what? They know my address. They know my name. What? They don't need my birth date. And I'm sure not going to pay them anything. And I thought, this is a scam. Once they have all this information about me and $1 charged to my credit card, I'm going to get lambasted and ripped off big. So I stopped right then, and then I thought about it and thought about it and thought about it because I am expecting a parcel. So I called Canada Post yesterday and talked to a nice gentleman named Mitch, and he confirmed to me that yes, Canada Post is, when they can't deliver a parcel, they leave a card that says, go to your local post office, and they'll give an address after 6 p.m. tonight to pick up your parcel or whatever. So, and apparently this has been going on for about a year, and lots of people have been scammed by this. So I just wanted to to let you know, I think of myself as a reasonably intelligent person, and when I think about how close I was to clicking payment, I didn't enter anything, but I mean, I was close because it looked absolutely legit. And when I clicked on the original link in the email to schedule the redelivery, it took me to what looked like a Canada Post page. And I mean, I'm on the Canada Post page just about every day, posting packages for my Etsy orders. So, and it's not one that I was aware of. I actually went to the local police website because they keep a list of scams that have occurred locally. You know, to keep people informed about what's out there in the community. And this wasn't there. So I just wanted to share that information. So be careful. Look at everything with a very jaded, suspicious eye. Yeah, it's terrible. Just terrible. Anyway, let me clear off the desk. We'll come back and we'll do a little crafting. All right, let's get started. So I was inspired by a post on Instagram from Rizola Designs, and I've emailed her to ask permission if I can include a photo of her project in this video. So if she says yes, then I'll pop a photo in right now. She was inspired by a tag that was on Pinterest. So let's get started. The basis of this project is a photo. So I got out some of my little, I think I'll use that one. That wasn't hard to choose. I'll just have a quick scan to see if that really is what I want. There's a young chap. Let's start all over again. He is about 2.5 by 4 and a smidgy. 2.5 by 4 and a smidgy. So I will tear this 1, 2.5, do about 2 3/4. Gotta bring that garbage closer. And then we said 4 and a smidgy. Then there was sort of a plain white paper. Oh, and I just got a message from Rizola. She said that I can use the photo, so that's good. So this one is 3 by 3. Yeah, we're gonna be okay. Okay. And this paper is very old. I got it from a book from the 1870s. So it is legit old. Okay. So that's that part. And then behind it is going to be a letter. So it looks like the letter that's in the inspiring drawing, or photo, I'm sorry, is maybe an expanded digital, but I'm going to use the original, and it's just going to be shorter. That's all there is to it. And then is this going to be big enough? Yeah, I think so. I'm going to glue this onto a piece of paper. I know I have other envelopes, but as I showed you in the first few minutes of this video, all of my ephemera is on the floor. I'm using this card to make sure there's no air pockets between the layers, but I don't want to use this on that old paper because it would probably shatter. Okay, that looks good. So that's 4 inches wide. I kind of like that. I think I will cut this in half, or like I'll remove the back. Wait till you see this security envelope. Isn't that neat? This is a letter from 1916. Okay, that's looking good. Oh, has a couple of little banner pieces at the top. Not very big. I'm cutting these 3/4 of an inch wide. I don't know if that's going to be too narrow, but that's what I'm doing. I'll make this one. Oh, it doesn't look very even. That's better. Make this one a little longer. Grab my template and cut the corners here. There's just the tiniest little whisker of the card showing. So I'm going to do my best to take that off. Just a kitten whisker. Just looking for a punch here to make a reinforcement. Looks like they've used like a really dark brown. Let's grab some ink. Or I could use a I was going to say I could use a eyelet, and I may still do that. But first I'm going to see if I can just darken up a corner of this for punching. Look how that sucks that ink right in. Weird. I'm going to stick a scrap behind it so it doesn't tear. Here we are. I'm just going to find the center. And I'll use my art glitter glue to glue that reinforcement down. Okay. And now we need the letter. Where's the letter? Anybody see where I put that letter? Really? Oh, is that it? There it is. So I'm going to put this letter up as high as I can get it reasonably. That doesn't look very square at the top. I want to square that off because, and I know I'm out of frame, I want to square it off because it's going to have the little banners hanging from it. Oh yeah, that's really off. Okay. Just wanted to roughen up that edge a bit. Okay. I love this, like a harlequin pattern, I guess you'd call it. Okay. Now let's do some edges on that music. I'm going to glue it down to the white paper. We'll put the glue on the right side. I love Pinterest. I could just sit there all day looking at Pinterest, flipping through picture after picture after picture. This looks another whisker too wide. I'm just going to take that off. There, that's better. And then, what's going on here? This particular page is, you know, one of the blank pages at the front of a book, a very old book. And I like to save those because they're already grubby and dirty and What's not to love about that? Okay. I'm going to use some... I'm going to trim off the bottom of this to make it just a little more similar to the other edges. That's better. I'll use my Fabri-Tac to glue this down. I don't want it to come off. Oh, he's a lovely boy. Okay. I'm just going to trim this card off at the bottom. Now, let's see what these little banner things are going to look like. I don't think they add anything to it at all, do you? I don't think I'm going to put the banner on. Now, there's 3 little buttons. Up there. There's also a sentiment. I will have to look long and hard to find something to put there as a sentiment. And then there's a variety of different fibers to make a bow with a button on top. I'm gonna have to pause for a minute while I look for some goodies. Okay, here's what I've decided to do. I didn't really have anything sentimenty that I could use, but I found this stamp. It's an old tax stamp from cigarettes. So I thought, okay, I'll make that horizontal, and I'm going to get a longer, oh wait, if I've got one. Let's see. Oh yeah. Create a longer book plate. And again, this is just for the purposes of embellishing, some layers, dimension. I'll put that like that with some brads. And instead of a bow on the end, I think maybe I'll just add a little bit of this really old wrinkled up seam binding to the one end. Maybe. I think I'll see what that looks like before I commit. And then at the top, got some black buttons. Oh, I'm going to grab some different black buttons. I could use brown, but I thought I'd use black just to sort of, you know, bring the black together with the bottom. That's kind of a fun looking one. Try that one. And there's more buttons on the bottom. I can't see me using them. Okay. And I will stitch those buttons down once they're more or less adhered. I thought I'd use something bigger, but no. Oh, we'll stick with the little one, I guess. And I've got some black thread pulled to do the stitchy part. Okay. Okay, I need my pokey tool. got to make sure that that'll drive right through, because there's a lot of layers of paper there. All right, I've got shiny brads and I've got plain brads. I think I'll use the shiny ones. If I can hold them in one hand and... Oh my goodness, Nancy. Come on, girl. You can do it. Oh, right on. Okay. Separate my little feet. I'm going to cover those with a little bit of washi tape, because if I use this for a tuck spot, then I don't want anything to get caught on the little feet. The itty bitty feet. Yeah, I have to come up with a way to organize this stuff. The ephemera. I mean, I can't use all of it right away because there's a lot there, and that's quite an investment I've made, both in time and financially. So I can't just willy-nilly toss it either. Why are you doing that? Okay. Pokey poke. Oh, I'm not gonna make you watch me sew buttons. But I will get a black eyelet for that. Oops. Other oops. Okay. So I think that's going to be the center. Ooh. I missed. La, 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 la. Well, life's not perfect. I could glue another one there, like another circle on top. All right, I'm gonna do that because I can't leave it like that. I know I'm a little picky, but I can't. All right, let me sew these buttons on and I'll come back and show you the finished project. So here he is. I did fix that and I put in a black eyelet and just added a bit of this gauzy kind of stuff. Stitched on some buttons. I trimmed the ribbon a little and added a dot of glue behind them to kind of keep them in a reasonable space. I taped down the end of the thread so there wouldn't be a big knot, and I'm pretty happy with how he turned out. So overall he is, well, we said he was 4 inches across, and 2, 4, 6, 7 inches tall. So I think while I've got all this stuff out, I might make another one with maybe a girl and do a bow. We'll see. We'll see what happens. All right, thanks so much for joining me. We'll talk to you again soon.